Hi guys, Colesy. Today we're going to be looking at some cool 3D printed stuff. An individual called Jamie contacted me. They have a small business hobby that they run. They 3D print stuff and they sell it. They contacted me and asked me if I would be able to promote them. And I said, yeah, sure. I'll come up with an idea for a video. We'll 3D print some stuff. You can send it over and I will make a video about it. So that is what I'm doing. The link to the store will be in the description. So please do go check it out. They do a load of 3D printing stuff. As far as I can tell from my experience with working with them, if there's something that you want 3D printed, they are happy to work with you to do that. They've got things like key rings, like cup holders, fillers for cars, but basically if you can think of something 3D printed, then I feel like from my experience they could do it, especially with what we worked on. I wanted to come up with something a bit different. I didn't want them to just send me some of their stuff to just show you. I wanted to make it a little bit more interesting than me just showing you products, but I have some products that they have printed for me, as well as the special product that we worked on. So my idea for the video was that what if I could 3D scan something that I have, or make something and 3D scan it and send to them for them to 3D print for me. I just didn't know how possible that was. I didn't know if that was possible, and I didn't know how easy it was and how it would come out. I wanted to 3D scan something and test out this theory. So first of all, I had to figure out how do you 3D scan something? So turns out there are apps that you can use to 3D scan. Obviously, we're sort of thinking that this is probably not going to be the best outcome, because I can't imagine an app and just using a phone is going to produce the best 3D scan. However, I was actually quite surprised. I think I did pay for the app. App itself that I used is called Qlone. I guess that's just clones, but with a Q. It's quite easy to do, actually. You need to take a full 360 scan of it, and it sort of walks you through how to do that. It's pretty simple. First thing I scanned was a Lego Pikachu that I have that we built just as a test. Now, that came out kind of weird looking, let's be honest. It came out strange looking, but it did sort of have the overall sort of shape to the Pikachu. Now, obviously, when you 3D print it, you 3D print it in whatever color filament you have. So the color you were never going to get right unless you print it and then paint it, basically. But we're looking for shape generally, and the shape was, I thought the shape was good enough that we continued with this project. The Pikachu was a test, and now I wanted to find something that I actually would think would be easy for me to scan and make and simple to print. What I did was I borrowed some Play-Doh from my daughter's bedroom, and I Play-Doh molded a pretty rough Among Us character. I figured an Among Us character, they're pretty simple in shape, and I'm sure I could make that out of Play-Doh. So that's exactly what I did. And then scanned that using the app that I had. And then actually on the app, you can sort of play around with it, and you can sort of sculpt and mold a little bit on there, which I did a bit of that as well, just to try and get it the best definition possible. Like the legs of the character, obviously it has a gap in the middle because it has two legs, but when I scanned it, that wasn't really picked up very well, so I had to sort of sculpt that in the app to try and get that sort of leg definition in there. I then sent that over to Jamie, as well as a few other things that we discussed, and I have the box of goodies here of 3D printed objects. Let's start off with the Among Us characters. Let me say before I show you it, right? It's not a one-for-one perfect representation of an Among Us character. This is not due to the printing, but instead due to my modeling abilities and the 3D scan app I did. It's pretty good. I'm sure you'd figure it out. You can tell what it is. It's just a pretty janky version of it. Again, down to my 3D modeling skills, not down to the printing. The print is actually pretty much a solid one-for-one of what this actually looked like. Here it is. Here's the little Among Us character, right? I've got a second camera set up here. The little crewmate that I molded, you can actually see the indents from where I physically molded it with my fingers. It looks like it's made of Play-Doh, which, originally it was. So you got the little face, and I molded the backpack and stuff, just so that it actually looked proper. Now these, I made a definition, the line for the backpack. I sort of defined that by sculpting it on the app. To make it more prominent. Same with the visor, I made that stick out more. I think this is actually a pretty good representation of a little Among Us character. I think this actually looks really goddamn good. But there we go, that's my little Among Us character that I made. I think I might actually paint it, just to try and make it look even better. But the fact that I was able to 3D scan this, I was able to 3D scan this, something that I just made out of Play-Doh, and send it to someone and they were able to 3D print it is so cool. Like, think of the possibilities. I feel like now that I have this relationship with Jamie and they have the ability to 3D print amazing stuff like this little guy here, I feel like I can come up with a lot more stuff that I want to do 3D printer wise. So hopefully in future we'll see more 3D printing and we can promote Jamie's business even more. It's genuinely really awesome. If you're looking for something 3D printed, it's great for gifts, just for little things that you want. I don't know, prototyping. It's great for that. You might have looked at it and thought, yeah, it was kind of janky looking, right? As I said, that's down to my modeling. So I have a few other things here that Jamie has produced for me, which are just incredible. So for starters, we'll go with this Fierce PC keyring. So this is the Fierce PC logo as a keyring, and just this is entirely 3D printed. This whole thing is 3D printed. It just looks incredible. Just look at how intricate a design this is and how well this has been produced. It looks great. It looks absolutely awesome. Like, I hope that comes across on camera. I'm trying to do my best to show how great this looks. Genuinely, just I'm massively impressed. Like, it's incredible that you can 3D print stuff like this. Obviously, you know, Fierce PC is the place to go for PCs, and you should use code Colesy. And oh man, I wish I could like provide everyone with a keyring if they use my code. I don't think that's possible, but I'd love to do it. This is super awesome. Fierce PC, if you want to get some keyrings, I got a guy I can send you to. Like, these are super cool. Another thing, well, a couple of things technically, is I have a Land Rover, which I sort of recently bought the past few months, and it's got cup holders in it. But Jamie made me these little custom Land Rover cup holder inserts to put on the bottom of the cup holders. Made me these custom ones with my initials on, and I've got two different sizes. Because there's two different sizes of cup holder. So there's the larger one. They can make these for like any car. Like, you just need to know the dimensions, and you can have something like this. Maybe if you've got a Ford or a Nissan or whatever. Maybe you don't even want it to say the car on it. Maybe you just want like a butterfly shape. I don't know. You can do it because it's so easy. It's super cool. Like I say, it's easy. It's easy for me. I'm sure Jamie, it's a lot more work for them to make these and make them come out so good. But they are incredible. Seriously, it's super fun. Like, and here's the thing, right? There's so many websites out there that have the files that you can download for free. I believe like Thingiverse is one that I think of. There's just a whole bunch of 3D printed just items, ideas. You can just download them, any of this stuff, and like anything you can think of. Like, you want something Pokemon? That's where I started. I thought maybe we'll get something Pokemon. Pokemon out the wazoo. They got Pokemon little plant holders, Pokeballs, whatever you want. Just, you can search it online and you can get it 3D printed. Obviously, it's a custom made thing, so you're gonna have to speak to the 3D printer to make sure that they're okay to do this and you get the right file type and all that stuff. It's so cool that this is now like doable. I got a little janky Among Us that I made. It's really cool. I just find it impressive. I'd love to have a 3D printer. It just seems too complicated, and I don't have enough space for it. But now I don't need one because I have a 3D printing guy. I can just be like, hey, I've got some ideas for stuff I want to print. Can we do it? I know it's not news. People know about 3D printing. It's just, I think this is the first thing I've ever had that's 3D printed. If you guys want a janky Among Us character, let me know, and I'll get some more printed and we'll give some away or whatever. I just think it's really cool. Please go check out the link to the Facebook page where Jamie sells a bunch of 3D printed stuff. If you have something in mind that is custom or that you would like to get 3D printed, please hit them up. Genuinely a really nice person to work with. Super, like, went the next level to help me out and get this produced and get this little guy made. I had a great experience. Please remember to go check the link, go check out the store, buy yourself some cool 3D printed stuff, and help out a small business. It's always good. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Say bye, Among Us man.